Hey everyone, welcome back to Yogi Bear's photography channel. Today I'm in the birch forest and I am heading out on an adventure in search of roe deer. So we had a snowfall a couple of days ago, which is perfect time for me to look for fresh tracks and try to catch some glimpse of this beautiful animal. So join me as I hike through this forest and try to take photos of these animals, and I will tell you how to track and identify their footprints and hopefully get some beautiful shots of this animal. So let's go. Guess what I just found? Right now I'm looking at a set of roe deer footprint. Looks pretty new actually. So I'm gonna follow this track until I find out whoever left this track behind. But before I go, I thought I would share with you how to identify the footprint of a roe deer. So if you look at the shape of it, it looks exactly like a heart. So it's pointy towards the front and it widens out towards the back. So it's oval or V-shaped as well. Obviously a small deer compared to any other deer species like elk or red deer. So it's reasonable why it's got small hooves like that. So this is how it looks like. So I'm gonna follow this track towards this direction into the woods and find out if I can find whoever left these tracks. Here I found a very interesting spot. This is where roe deer was laying down, probably spent overnight or something. And it stood up and walked this way. And as it walked, it went under this little birch tree and rubbed off some of its fur. So this is how the roe deer fur looks like. And it just walked on this way. Really interesting. What I just found here is another roe deer's bed. It's not just one, there's actually a few more down there. It turns out to be a resting spot for a group of roe deer. And while I'm here, I wanted to talk about a little bit about why roe deer choose certain kind of areas for the resting areas. For example, if you look at this area, it's almost like a little slight hill or elevated patch in the forest. So it's a little higher vantage point than the surrounding areas. So oftentimes they like to choose this kind of higher vantage points as the resting area, so that they get 360 degrees of view of their surroundings. As the roe deer are prey animals, they have lots of predators like wolves, lynxes or wolverines. So they gotta be able to see any potential danger from distance and run away for the sake of their life. So this is why they choose this kind of higher ground or higher vantage point for their bedding area. So they spend overnight over here, a little safer area for them. So I'm not just following the track throughout the day. I am reading the story the roy deer has left behind. I believe that tracking animal isn't all about finding the animal. It's about understanding their world and learning their patterns, their behaviors. It's almost like a meditative experience to connect with the nature around myself in a unique way. Anyways, I still gotta go and find those roy deer before it gets too late or get too dark. But it's been really enjoyable experience so far. Okay, let me go. Let's go. Look at that, what an encounter. Red deer and elk and roy deer together, grazing peacefully on the side of that mountain over there. What a sight. It's just incredible. Can't believe what I'm looking at right now. Wow, what an encounter. Never thought I would see them being together like that. The elks and roy deers grazing in one spot. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. And it's moments like this that makes all the efforts worth it. I've been looking for them and tracking them down all day long, and reading signs and hiking through the forest. And finally spotted them and got some really nice shots of them. I'm pretty happy. Can't be happier. What a way to end the adventure. Oh, can't believe it. Gotta start walking down now before it gets too dark. Alright, what a day. What an adventure. Well, the sun has already set behind the mountain and it's getting darker in the forest. So I've got to head back home. So that's the wrap for today's adventure. I think I had a really good day tracking down the roy deer. And I managed to find some fresh tracks and track it down, and finally got some pretty good shots of the roy deer. So I'm so happy about that. Alright, until next time, stay curious and see you soon.